Hello fellow bibliophiles and welcome back to Blatantly Bookish. I'm Marissa and today I would like to do a little video about how this channel is now 4 years old. August 14th was my 4-year Booktube anniversary, and it's amazing to think that I've been part of this wonderful and supportive community for 4 years now. I originally started this channel because I was in the middle of dental school, and as I transitioned from schoolwork into clinical practice, I found that suddenly I had free time to read again. But I didn't have anyone around me to discuss my reading with, and I craved that so much. So I found this whole online community that was just as excited about books and literature as I was. Since then, I've met so many wonderful bookish people, mostly virtually. I've also had a lot of life milestones. I graduated school, I moved twice, changed jobs a few times, I got married, and the whole time my channel has grown but always remained a wonderful outlet for my bookish soul. In real life, I am quite shy, and this channel has really boosted my ability to articulate my ideas. When I think about it, I'm always surprised that anyone actually wants to watch my channel and listen to me ramble on about books and my life. So I would like to thank you all for watching and supporting my channel and listening to me chat about books, whether you've been watching for the past 4 years or you've just started watching very recently. I am grateful for your support. Part of what I love about having this channel is your engagement and discussions. So in honor of 4 years on Booktube, I would like to do a Q&A for you guys. Feel free to ask me anything in the comments below, bookish or otherwise, but I imagine most of them will be bookish. I guess I'll leave the Q&A open for about 2 or 3 weeks. I am not sure when I will get around to posting this video, so I'll leave the exact date of when the Q&A will close in the description. And for the rest of this video, I would like to reflect a bit about my channel with some questions that I've seen other people answer for their anniversaries. They seem to be a really great way to discuss what your channel is all about and to be a bit more introspective. So the first question, what genre or genres does your channel generally focus on? I read mostly fiction and mostly novels with the occasional nonfiction, graphic novel, or short story collection thrown in there. I mostly focus on historical fiction and classics. Those are really my go-to genres, if you will. I love Jane Austen, if that was not clear from the recent Jane Austen July, and I'm a massive fan of Victorian literature. I also read contemporary fiction, but I tend to shy away from anything that's super experimental or very high literary fiction. My favorite novels are those that find the perfect balance between complex character development, dynamic plot, and exquisite prose. If any one of those aspects of the book becomes the sole focus, I tend not to enjoy it as much. Next question, what are 3 of your favorite videos you've made in the past year and why? I'm actually quite proud of my recent Lost Months wrap-up video where I discussed the books that I read in April and May in the throes of the pandemic. Books were the way that I truly engaged in what was happening in my life at the time, and I talked about them through a very personal lens. I like to think about books critically and have in-depth discussions where I examine the themes and characters, and I try to do that in my videos, but I'm also not professionally bookish. I'm not in publishing or academia. I'm a doctor, but I don't have a PhD. I did study English and the rise of the novel extensively in school, but I'm fairly removed from that at this point. The last time I wrote an essay about literature was 7 years ago, and to me it seems like a lifetime ago. Sometimes I actually reread old essays and marvel at how I used to write like that and how intellectual I used to be. But anyway, while I do talk seriously about books, my channel also incorporates a personal twist that you would never really see in a formal essay. And I loved how the Lost Months reading wrap-up was a fun combination of that analysis and also personal reflection and insight. I also love the recent discussion videos I've been doing with Katie from Books and Things. We've done 3 of them so far, one about Jane Austen's Emma, one about Pride and Prejudice, and one about George Gissing's The Odd Woman that's broken up into 2 sections. Some of these are on my channel and some of these are actually on Katie's channel, and I really love them because they represent what I love so much about Booktube. Over the course of this channel, I have met some amazing friends who I continue to have private conversations with on Voxer or WhatsApp. We chat about books and life, and I still think it's strange that I've never met Katie in person, but I do consider her to be one of my closest friends, and I talk to her more frequently than some of my friends who live near me, who are closer to me, and who I have met in person. So I know those videos are slightly poor quality, they are just edited versions of Zoom calls, but I do feel like they're welcoming you and inviting you into my favorite aspect of Booktube, which is having these in-depth bookish discussions with friends. And then, I don't know, I'm having trouble picking out just one third one to talk about. I really enjoy the videos I make where I discuss specific books, even though those take so much more thought and effort on my part and are also usually the least viewed on this channel. When I have so much to say about a particular book that I feel like it deserves its own video, I do have a lot of fun filming it though. Some of those videos this year include my video about Miss Austen by Jill Hornby, the video about Meg, Jo, Beth, Amy, which is a book all about the legacy and reception of Little Women, and the video where I discuss Oscar Wilde's plays from last Victober. I know people who watch the channel generally prefer things like vlogs and hauls, but I really do have a lot of fun and spend a lot of time making those videos about specific books, and so I'll probably continue to do so in the future. Next question, what are some of the challenges you face on your channel? Well, the biggest challenge on my channel has always been some variation of time management. I feel like I take more time to make videos than most other booktubers I talk to. I really want to make weekly videos and I would love to make 2 videos a week, but I have trouble sticking to that schedule. Sometimes I'll go 2 to 3 weeks without posting a video, and other times I will post 2 in a week. It's just how I do things. I think that if I imposed a stricter schedule, my channel would start to feel like work, and I don't want that. I also struggle with how much time I spend reading versus watching Booktube, versus responding to comments, versus hanging out with my husband. Occasionally, I'll think about taking a few months off Booktube and just focus on my reading, but then I remember how lonely it would be to read a lot without having anyone to discuss it with. And I realize that it's better if I read less, if I only read 3 or 4 books a month, but I have this platform to discuss and digest them on. Some other challenges this year have been all technology related. I am not a big fan of the new YouTube studio design. It's taken me a long time to adjust to it. There was a period of time where I wasn't able to respond to your comments on the new YouTube studio. I'd click the respond button and nothing would happen. And I could only respond on my cell phone, which I absolutely hated doing. I can respond to comments now, thank goodness, but I still find the new platform difficult to use. It only shows me comments I haven't responded to, and it doesn't show me if you respond to something that I wrote back to you in the comments. So I like to have discussions in the comments section with you, but now I often miss the notifications for your responses to them. I'm working to once a week carefully go through the comments so I don't miss anything, but I have to say that it's not as easy as it used to be. Also this year I got a new computer. I switched from Apple to PC, so I had to transfer to a new editing software, which actually takes me quite a bit longer to edit on. So yes, I am not the most technologically savvy. You may have noticed that I started a Twitter on this channel that I barely post on because I've never really figured out Twitter, and frankly, I don't like it too much. Occasionally, I'll get a notification and comment, but I'm just not great at keeping up with Twitter. I do really love Instagram though, and I connect with that platform. So anyway, you could say that I'm a bit technologically challenged, and I do think that sometimes it shows on this channel. Next question. Is there anything that you plan to add to your channel next year? Well, let's see. For this 4-year anniversary, you may have noticed that I added a new intro, and you will notice at the end of this video the new outro, and I've also changed the channel images a bit. Every so often, I rebrand my channel because I have a ton of fun playing with different graphic design websites. I know that there are some booktubers who have professional artists design their channel art for them, or otherwise they just choose to keep it simple, but I genuinely have fun with all these little details of designing thumbnails and channel art. So I change it up every so often as a fun little project, even if it isn't quite professional quality. In terms of plans for reading projects or videos, the short answer is yes, I have ideas, but no, I don't want to commit to them or plan them too far in advance. I do worry that if I plan things for this channel in too much detail, the way I meticulously plan the rest of my life, it will turn into work, and I already have a very demanding full-time job. So I let my reading guide my video ideas for the most part, or let myself be spontaneously inspired by other booktubers. Some things I do hope to do in the future, though, is reread all of the Bronte novels. It's been 7 years since I've read a lot of them, except for Jane Eyre and Wuthering Heights, which I read far more frequently. So I've been toying with the idea of doing a Bronte project on this channel. Also, last year when I did my 3-year anniversary, I think it was Claudia from Spinster's Library who asked about books that Booktube inspired me to read. And I never answered her question because I thought it would be a good video idea, but I also never ended up filming that. So perhaps I should do that this coming year. There are other questions on these lists, but I feel like I already answered the best ones, and I've definitely ranted about myself and my channel enough for now, especially because there will be a Q&A video coming up soon. So anyway, thank you for watching this channel, and thank you for making it to the end of this video. Please leave some questions for the Q&A in the comment section, and feel free to also comment with any suggestions for this channel or specific video ideas that you'd like to see me make. I am grateful to all of my subscribers who support this channel and who actually miraculously want to listen to me ramble on about my experience with books. Happy reading, and I'll see you all in another video soon. Bye!